Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
All right. How's it going, everyone? It's episode 7 of Daniel J on radio. I want to start this off. This is kind of heavy. I know last week I wasn't live. It was Easter Monday. So yeah, this is probably the third or fourth time that I haven't gotten to do a show, which is crazy. But yeah, what matters is we're all here now. It's good to be back. So the past few days have honestly been pretty overwhelming for me. I'll try to get to everything. Like, there's been a lot going on. I first off wanted to say, I did the neurodiversity panel last Wednesday, and I thought I was very happy that I did it. This was my third time doing it. I really tried this time to like prepare before actually doing it, and I'm really glad that I did because I really wanted to like express to the community like my hopes and stuff. It's been a really overall like the year. It's just been hard for me to like find community, and I guess just explaining kind of like I don't know what I struggle with because like even right now like it's hard to get used to being back on here again. Like I don't know, I was more nervous than I thought it would be, but overall it went pretty well, and I'm glad we got a very good amount of people. It was a pretty much nearly all the seats were full from what I remember. Yeah, it was great. I feel like I would was just what's kind of making me worried. It's not even just this. There's a bunch of other stuff, but with the panel, I'm just worried that everything I said about hoping to be more a part of community, I don't know if my message went across or not. But yeah, I'm still glad that I did this. And then as for the other stuff, like I'm in the honors thing. It's called like something. It's like Greek letters, like lambda theta. It's like this education major, like honors thing, and to get inducted for it, I had to work at a table, and the people I was with, they were very nice, and I'm glad that I was able to help out. But that, like, it's not really just standing out there that was overwhelming for me. It was just there were a lot of people who all seemed to be having fun, and I kind of just was worried about I don't know, like I didn't want to be in anybody's way, that kind of thing. Like like I'm probably just overthinking this, but that's like a feeling that I've been carrying. And that's kind of what I talked about on the panel that I want to like be putting myself out there more, but it's just not easy to. And then I got my cousin's wedding is coming up in less than a month, and I really hope that of course I'm very, very happy for them. I'm excited to be with family. I'm just like that also can be a lot for me. I want to be like, of course, like part of the like fun and community and that stuff. That's what really worries me. And the end of the year too. End of the year is coming up, which is why I'm really trying to make the most of things. I got the Ireland trip coming up. I met last week. I met the group for it at Beachmont, and it was great. The wings were amazing. Like the professor got us all appetizers, free wings. So yes, that was great. And professor himself, he was very nice. He's been doing this for a while, and he had a lot to say. I'm looking forward to the stuff he's going to teach us about Irish immigration and the group of people I'm really hoping I can connect with. That's what kind of worries me that based on like the experience at the field day, like I was getting along with the people at my table, but I'm worried like it's hard for me to start conversations with people and really like have that real connection, you know? And I just really hope that on this trip I'll be able to have that. And I even like school itself, a lot of stuff coming up with that. I got a test later actually. I have all day. I have until 5 to get ready for it, but yeah. But on a more positive note, I feel like and this isn't like the main thing I'm going to talk about. The whole theme of this is going to be like talking about the Mario movie and other stuff like from Nintendo. Yeah, so I saw it last Thursday night with my sweet mates, and I loved it. I'll talk more about that after I do an ad break. There's some other fun stuff that happened this weekend too. Like joy I felt throughout the whole storm and everything. I'm going to be seeing. I don't know if you ever heard of the Gales Go Further thing. It's like a course you can take in a semester. They meet once a week with you. It's a great class that helps you like explore like networking and career stuff. We did a lecture. There was like it was about like setting up a LinkedIn, and you get set up with like a mentor who's an alumni, and they're very helpful. I want to give a shout out to him. He told me he's been watching some of my episodes. Daniel Gannon. If you're watching this, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow actually at the event. So yeah, that's going to be really fun. I'm very excited for that. I saw Sister Act the other night. I actually got to see my family twice who visited because my cousin John is in the play. I saw it on Saturday night with two of my friends who graduated. They came down, so I went to see it with them. That show was I know like all the shows that the players do, they're amazing, but this one like was my favorite. Like my roommate who does like the stage crew stuff and he's like in the show sometimes, he told me like this is he's never seen the crowd so loud. So yeah, I'm very happy for the Iona players. They did an amazing job. I was laughing so hard when there's this part where one of the nuns started going like full hip hop and I was like dying from that. So yeah, that was great. They all did an amazing job. I feel like this past weekend I've definitely been going out more. My sweet mates and I have been doing some stuff and I'm very happy about that. One of my friends actually yesterday, he started setting up 5 different he started off a small group chat, like a few of us that we all kind of know each other, including my sweet mates from last semester who I don't some of them one of them doesn't even go here anymore. And then he just started adding more and more people every time because one of them has like a Samsung or something. So every time he wanted to add someone, we had to make another new group chat. He just give it like the most random name and profile picture, and everyone would just be confused. It was crazy. Now we're at like 16 people from this campus. It is insanity. Yeah, that had me dying. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna run a quick ad break. I said that I'm hoping to get to everything. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time about this, but yeah, I'm gonna do an ad break and then get right into what I thought of the Mario movie.
Untouchable, unstoppable.
This is WIUR Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Robbie Basil, president of WIUR Radio, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Have you ever wanted to call the biggest games, the biggest moments for the biggest names for Iona Athletics? Then the newly founded WIUR Sports Radio is the place to be. Launched in January of 2025, our goal is to try and get broadcasters here at Iona an opportunity to learn, succeed, and get a chance to be on air. From getting to call the big moments at the hack.
Dinkins trying to go to the rack. Denied. Yafet Mundi with
to seeing the crack of the bat at City Park.
the line drive into left field, around third, and it kicks away. The Gales are going to win it in 10.
We make those moments happen on our brand new WIUR Sports Radio platform on Mixer. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to me via email or to the rest of my e-board to join the club. We are WIUR Sports Radio, the new home of Iona Athletics. Now, back to the show on WIUR, Iona University Radio.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad I got to get all that off my chest. Yeah, now I really want to tell you because this is I was playing this for a long time. The Mario Galaxy movie. I was so excited to see this. When I found out this was gonna be a thing, I was so like, the first Mario movie was great. Like I liked. There are so many things from that I enjoyed, but I feel like there was still so much missing. So finding out not only a second Mario movie, but a Galaxy themed one. Like I always love the space stuff, but the way Mario does it, like Nintendo, it is so like I can't describe it. It's like so much more colorful. Everything Mario does is so colorful. Yeah, Really, this movie, I don't know what. Oh, first thing I wanted to say is that one of my suite mates, Brandon, he suggested that we do the 4D IMAX thing. I think it's called. So I don't know if you've ever been to Universal or Disney, one of those simulation rides, but like your seats moving around and that stuff. Like I remember at Universal, there are rides like I think my favorite one was the Simpsons one. Um, it's stuff like that. But this, it was just like this. There were like fog machines. There was what do you call it? There's like wind blowing at you. There were even parts where there would like be water, like you'd be splashed by water, which for me, like it wasn't the best thing because it was getting on my 3D glasses and my popcorn. But other than that, it was so cool. This was especially because it's like a space themed kind of like movie. That was amazing. So yes, that I love that. And the movie itself too, because that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I really feel like we get to see more of like the characters, like Mario and Luigi being together. Like that was a lot more fulfilling. Like seeing them. I love their friendship is so remarkable in this movie. Like I know they're one of the most iconic duos of all time, but in this movie, this is the kind of thing like I wish I want to have this kind of connection with like I want a best friend like Luigi and Mario, like their kind of thing. They're just always hyping each other up. They're always there for each other. Just doing what they love. And then like Mario and Peach, that whole thing was funny. I saw like when I was scrolling on Instagram, I was trying to avoid spoilers, and there was one scene Mario. It said Mario fumbled at something. I knew it had to do with Peach, but I scrolled through it, and then when I actually saw the movie, I saw it. It was it was so awkward. It's something I probably would have done myself, and like I wish there was anything I could do for this not to happen. Mario was like about to like I don't know. He was like about to high five Peach. She was about to hug him or something. It was so awkward. They like just awkwardly froze. It was so stupid. I hate that this kind of stuff always happens. Like I always I don't know. I personally always like tried not to cross boundaries. So that was just so funny. But yeah, at the end, I'm glad that spoiler, but I'm glad that Peach kissed Mario. That was like very sweet. And the other thing too, like with Bowser and Bowser Jr., I was surprised. Like I had a feeling that like Bowser like would turn good in a way, which is very unlike his character in the games. And like I don't know, in he kept I can actually kind of relate to this where like when Bowser he'd get like mad at Mario for like disagreeing with him, and then he'd like just get into this whole rage thing and just start saying all this unfiltered stuff. And then he like realized like, oh, I'm going way too far. I gotta calm down. Like that. I thought that was very funny, and yeah, the fact that he pretty much rage baited Mario into becoming big again. But even when he did turn big again, he was like, it was nice of him to like actually be good to Mario and Luigi. Like he was willing to become a prisoner at that honeybee thing, just so they can like go on and like I don't know, they were trying to like save their kingdom or something. I can tell he really was trying to be good. And then Bowser Jr. that was so good what they did with him, like the paintbrush from I think that's like from Sunshine, and then it was also like his design from Mario Wonder. They put all of that together so perfectly. Uh, you know what else? I actually couldn't believe this. I thought like it would be crazy if they put this in somehow, and yet they did. The dragon from Mario Odyssey, they managed to put into this during like the final battle. He uses the paintbrush to like summon him, and he gets eaten by it or something. That was crazy. They actually put that in there. Like I thought, like I knew they were gonna do a lot of stuff with Odyssey, like the desert thing and the T-Rex, but this was a whole nother level of that. Oh, and then what else was going on? I loved the pixel art thing was amazing too. That was so clever how they did that. It was like a screen that like Bowser Jr. was using to like put Mario and Peach into this trap, and it showed like a 2D view of the actual game, and they were even playing like the victory music when Bowser like falls into the lava and he becomes Dry Bowser. I couldn't believe it. Oh no, I could actually. It was very predictable. Like I saw him fall in the lava. I felt bad for him, but I was like, "Oh, here we go. I know Dry Bowser's gonna come out." It was foreshadowed because in the movie, there was every time those Koopas would like go into lava, they turn into dry bones. So yeah, that kind of gave it away. But the whole like Bowser like making his own like planet, world Bowser or whatever. I'm so surprised that they didn't use the soundtrack from 3D World. That would have been the best. But the other thing I really have to say is that like in terms of things I felt were missing, I feel like Donkey Kong. I know he doesn't have much to do with Mario Galaxy at all, but I mean at least he made a cameo. But yeah, Donkey Kong is one of my favorite characters in the first movie, so I wish he was in this one. Maybe he'll be in the third one. That's the other thing. Another spoiler, but I think I know what the third movie is gonna be about. So we see that Daisy is in the post credits. I actually remember filming it. My sweetmates are like freaking out. I knew that she was gonna be. I felt like it was either gonna be her or it's gonna be Wario and Waluigi. But yeah, Daisy. I figured she'd be back. And what was it? So I think the next movie is gonna be about Mario Wonder because there's so much like visually they can do with that. It's one of my favorite Mario games I've ever played, and I'll talk about that too. Mario Wonder was so fun to play, and like really, I mean, they already use so many elements. Like they even use the drill power up. The other power up I love, my favorite power up in all the games is the penguin one, and seeing Toad use it was so cool. The whole thing with like Peach fighting that frog guy or whatever that was. I don't even know what game he was from. I know that other guy, Mouser, I think his name is. I recognize that guy. And Birdo, not my favorite character, but that was cool to see. Yeah, bringing back all the characters. Even in the beginning, I was like, "Oh, it's that guy!" Like the I think they're called pricklies or something. Those it's those guys with like the smiley face, and they're like all stacked up like snowmen in the desert. And then inside the pyramid, those I think they're called Buzzy Beetles. Those guys with like the smooth blue cell and like the red eyes. Those are some of my favorites too. Yeah, seeing that the Thwomps being in the movie and the toward like the final battle. I've always wanted to see those in this movie. They really added so much. Yeah, Mario Wonder. I feel like that's gonna be the next movie for sure. There's so much they can do with that. I can see not just it being Daisy. I'm sure they could add even more characters to that. I'm sure. I want it to be like 3D World at the same time because like with because that was really my favorite plot out of all the Mario games. That Bowser's making a whole like Las Vegas like amusement park city thing. Like I love that so much. It was like I could really see something like that happening. But is he even? I feel like if it had something to do with the Wonder Flower, Bowser will either turn back into his original form from Dry Bowser because he's basically just a skull now, or he could like in Mario Wonder, which I think would be wild. He turned into the castle, like a whole castle, which is crazy. Not surprised Bowser would do that. I've pretty much said all I've said about the Mario movie. I can't think of anything else. I definitely have been wanting to talk about the games I've enjoyed for so long. I may as well. I'm gonna do an ad break again and try and get as much in as I can because this is going by really fast. All right. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, there we go.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, I'm Morgan Beastie from the Ionian, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Are you looking for the latest scoop on campus news, sports, and more? Check out the Ionian, Iona University's very own award-winning student newspaper. We keep you up to date with everything happening on and off campus. Want to know about the big game, the latest campus event? It's all in the Ionian. Join the conversation. Read, write, and get involved. Visit www.theionian.org or pick up a copy around campus. Stay informed, stay connected. Now, back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Alright, I want to get as quick as I can. So when it comes to the Nintendo games, I actually had this last year. I played 5 of the Mario games. it was very spontaneous. It was from the start of the spring semester to the end. I started off playing Mario Wii on my Sweet Mate's Wii console. That's always I'm so glad I got to return to that game again. Then I played Wonder for the first time. Like I said, one of the best games of all time. Then I did 3D World, which I actually oh wait, no, wrong order. It was Wonder. Then Mario Wii U, which I just finished yeah, the other day. That's one of my favorite games too. 3D World, I think that's my all-time favorite Mario game. That one I'm going to be starting tonight. I'm very excited to go back to that. And then hopefully if I have time, because it's kind of like almost the end of the semester, but I'm gonna try beating Odyssey. I'm not even gonna try 100% 3D World. It's crazy. I'll talk about a little bit of that after. Odyssey is really fun too, and I'm hoping I'm very excited to play that again. So I've also I also want to like mention Mario Kart World. I've been playing that since last year. Donkey Kong Bonanza too. That game is so fun. I really like all these games are so like kind spirited and colorful. I love it. What I really want to talk about, I want to say I didn't want to do this without saying how big of an accomplishment. You have no idea how much how hard of a grind it was to 110% Mario Wonder. People say it's an easy game, that it's baby mode or whatever. I'm telling you, it is not. It is one of the most teeth grinding games you will ever play. Not like throughout the game is meant to be very fun, but toward the end, it like the developers just really try and like make it hard for you. Like the biggest challenge ever. You have to get all the badges in the game to get to the last like ever level. Not to mention that I had to get all the purple coins, like the star coins, I mean, that like have the 10 value. And the wonder seeds, like you have to get all of those on like 100% it. But the final level in the whole game, I'm telling you, it is I can't I don't know how I did it. There's checkpoints, but like each thing is like designed to be nearly impossible. I don't know how I did it. I really don't. You can look it up for yourself. The like last level ever of that game. And the last part of it was you had to be invisible. You couldn't even see your character, whoever you were playing as. And oh no, I wasn't. By the way, I was not playing as Nabbit. That would or the Yoshis. I do not cheat at those games. I always play as Mario, but yeah, I legitimately did this, and yeah, the last ever thing in that level, you're invisible and you have to jump without falling on these like blow up thingies. It is. I'm telling you, look it up for yourself. So yeah, Wonder is so much fun. The other thing I want to say about it is the music in that game. There's some levels where when you get the Wonder flower thing, there's like songs that will play, like the enemies will start singing or whatever. There are two particularly, actually no, three that I really loved. There was one like some like Halloween looking thing in one of the worlds. Like there are all these like singing like jack-o'-lanterns or something. That was fun. Then the King Boo one, that was one of my all-time favorites that I've ever heard. He was like singing opera or something while like following you, and like there's like the other Boos around him are like back up singing him. So that was I always like go back to that level just to listen to that. And then my all-time favorite, it's Bowser's Rage stage, second to last level of the story mode of the game. It's just you should also look that up for yourself. It is insane. Even as soon as like you get as soon as you activate it, like your character like does like this awesome pose. That is so cool. I love what they do with the music stuff in that. And that's what I love about the Mario games. I've noticed they have a lot more music related stuff than 3D World. That also has one of the best soundtracks ever. It's the thing. It's called A Boss Approaches, but it's Bowser's theme, but it's a lot more like I don't know how to describe it. It's very villainous, like even more than the actual theme itself. That I'm very much looking forward to that. And you only hear it like once or twice throughout the game. So when I get to it, I'm gonna leave it on for like an hour. And then what else? Yeah, 3D World is so cool. Like I said about Bowser's like that whole plot. He's using those fairies to like make this whole city like casino thing. I love that there's levels where you're like on a like you're going like from back to front of a whole train just to fight the boss. And then yeah, all of that is amazing. So many power ups. The cherries that clone you. I keep forgetting that exists. And Odyssey, you can't go wrong with that game. I'm so excited for that if I have time. It's such a feel good game. You know why? It's because it really feels like you're doing like people a favor in that game. You really feel like you're and especially because Mario always just seems to be in a good mood in that game. And he's with Cappy too, so you really feel like you're not alone. That part where you're like in the city and like you get all those musicians together and there's that whole festival for you. It's just such a good feeling thing, and I just love that. It makes me so happy for Mario. And I think what is my favorite kingdom of that whole the Odyssey thing? It's got to be the I think not. Is it Seaside? It's the one with like the squid thing, like those squids you turn into. That's probably my favorite. I love that, and that Mario can change his outfits. He can be like look like he's on vacation, and yeah, those games are all fun. But thing about them is that it brings out the worst in me. It's almost like what I said about Bowser. Like I just go into like no filter mode whenever especially you should have seen me when I was playing Wonder, that final level. When I beat it, I swear, I think the whole building heard me celebrating. I was so happy. I was about to cry. I swear, I'm never playing it again. I'm never playing that final level ever again. Yeah, I am. Even now, just thinking about it, I'm getting all emotional. But that was crazy work. I'm never doing that again. Another game I wanted to give a shout out to this too. Tomodachi Life. I don't know if very old game, but it's finally coming out this week. So excited for this again. It's gonna be great to like have a new I'm excited for what features they're gonna add. I saw some previews of it. I'm very happy that game's coming back. I waited over 10 years for this. It's and I'm glad people know what it is. I feel like a lot of people haven't, and I remember particularly about that game. It actually is so scary. I've had nightmares about that game because whenever you're me, like you give them like a new food, there's a chance they'll be like all lit up and like this scary looking smile, and then they'll start dancing. But, like it's so unexpected. But I love that though, and I'm excited for this to come back. Just having my like, and that the fact that it's like me is like you can add your character and the people that you know and just see what happens, what unfolds. That's just a very fun game when you're bored, and I'm excited to get back on that. And other than that, I'm trying to think of I don't have that much time left. I'm really happy that I got to come back on here at WIUR. I love doing this for the amount of times I've missed the shows. Really, if there's anything I want to say before I have to close off for the next show, you ever got anyone like Vinny said in the second episode? If there's anyone you know out there seems to be struggling, I really want you to check on them. Like, please, it makes a huge difference. And you never know what people deal with. It's always good to look out for your friends. And yeah, always just have hope. Find joy in the things, even even in your darkest times, there's always ways to find that. So yeah, I'm hoping like from here on out, like I'm hoping for a good week. I'll do well on that test later. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm very excited for what's coming up. So yeah, I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye now.